Toggle camera on off. Okay, so basically, OBInexus, OBI heart nexus connection. Build your own constitutional zone. OBInexus, OHA means public. IWU means law. Public law. Namdi Michael Assad, the founder of OBInexus, the world's first constitutional design and security and health and social care sector model for anti-fragmentation, for life first, work constitution. When systems fails, build your own. Now, on to the next slide. Today, okay, content. We're gonna talk about the constitutional crisis in the UK. That is thorough council bureaucracy. My section 203 appeal of 3 million pounds for constitutional healing. Number two, heart or soul constitution. OBI means heart or soul. You can call me Mr. OB, by the way. Constitutional framework. A constitution is where you live and work. Live and work. 2.5 miles to where you go to live, and 5 miles you're gonna work on some dangerous projects. Okay. 003, gonna talk about three-tier business architecture. We're a business. We're not a charity. We're a business. You live there, you work there. 4, human centric technical systems. Basically, a technical system will just mean like the technique, not a method. It's a binding, not a driver. It's just a technical specification you can evolve. It's not fragmented like a method. Every human system are technical. We don't know everything. GitHub.com/OBInexus bi-directional learning framework. If you prove you know everything in a domain, we'll solve this problem. But everything is a technique. In a domain. 05, economics and bio-implementation model. And this is just the economics. You got bioeconomics and bioergonomics. So basically everything in eco is based on biological sustainability. The humans first. Economics is like, economics, like money, how money moves. Now, guys, remember, economics is just applied mathematics. Economics is just applied mathematics. That just means like, if I have a house costs £10 and I work for £20, I should have that £10, £20 always, because I bought a house. I only paid for a house £10. If I work £20, I should keep £20 as a profit. If I want to keep it, I'll save it. Then next week I work for £20 again, and the next week I work for £20. But the house is every day I pay £10. The house stays £10. That's the goal. You process Sixter model. Sixter model process the neurodivergent into individuals. That's what we call biological economics, bioergonomics, like the building of the sustainability of infrastructure. From dystopia to constitutional healing. Dystopia. My Dystopia is an album actually. Go to medium.com/OBInexus. Find the My Dystopia tracks. The 3 albums to watch out for. One week here. I'm gonna live my book. I'm gonna make some music. Then we got constitutional crisis. 1. Constitutional. OBInexus. Life first. What constitutional zone? Oh, basically, this is my manifesto. When it comes to lose several million, build your own governance. Basically, that's my model. So basically, when X happens wrong, when X fails, build your own Y. Founder from dystopia, broken world, a fragmented system. LM Hospital, 1516, 17. No support, social care, molested, harassed, abuse. I'm gonna say that to you because I'm a writer. I'm gonna write all about my experiences. When systems fails, build your own. My book is gonna called what's my book name? Blood, Sweat, and Tears: A Generation Left Behind. Gen Z era. 2000 technology. 2001. 2000 Wikipedia come out. The fragmentation problem. Current constitutional systems force this destructive separation between life and work, creating a concrete brain that wastes brilliant mind on logistics instead of innovation. In short, if you don't know cognition, just solving problems, human centered problems. The gating place is really based on cognition anyway. Gating is just computational cognition. That's what gating really is. If you gate something, you're working with real life systems. Human cognition engine. That's what gating really is. I put it anywhere. The computer can build it, can solve your game problem like a to-do app. But gate in just means open a gate, close a gate. What's it to do? It actually should ask more questions, more questions, more human-centered questions, not just like computer questions, around the people. SpaceX priorities. Engineers building the paradox. Building Mars rockets while they're trapped in housing crisis, committing 2 hours daily. Why are you doing that, Elon? Elon. Elon. I'm gonna call you an X for this video if you want. Elon. Basically, why are you getting engineers to go 2 more hours to every day to do build rockets? Let's see how rockets. Council failure. 7 mismanagement. Oh, and they don't give me a house. These people are stupid. Plus 47 documented violation, leaving citizens unprotected. Stop wasting our taxpayer money, Tarak. That's why I don't pay you tax. If you're watching this video, I don't pay you nothing. You can build your own house if you want. Neurodivergent first. I'm autistic. I have ADG. I have Asperger's. Left without constitutional protection. Basically, my constitution is meant to protect people. That's the goal of the constitution. The more people you protect, the more you profit. Because when people are thinking less about the work and more about how they interact with the business, the masters. Because my master's just 3 years. Because the master's for witnessing. You work, you breathe, you work, you breathe. You breathe in spaces. 2 years. No, master's 2 years. 2 years masters and 2 years PhD. Because you're gonna live, you're gonna be working, but you're gonna be breathing too. You're not gonna be just. And PhD is 2 years, so you get 4 years instead of 1 year master, 1 year PhD. But you can't just keep working all the time with human beings. There we go. And then neurodivergent. Why did you abandon me? I'm 24. You be 25. Okay. To a system, let's say neurodivergent system. What we respond with consciousness preserving architecture. Tarak, what am I still doing in this stupid place you call Brim? What am I doing here? Anyway, that honor different neurological patterns. If you github.com/OBINexus brain computing interface BCI/BCI, you can find that pattern there. Guys, that pattern is revolutionary. You're gonna find the relay system. But that's not for Tarak. They're banned from it, all my business models. Okay, gradual witnessing. Protocol from age 0 to 7. Full protection. You get full protection. No one can molest a child in anything. Bring them to the constitution to 18. Citizenship. So you can become to work at the citizenship. Ensure trauma-free development. Stop traumatizing me, Tarak. Stop traumatizing you social care people. I didn't stand for stuff for this shit. Anyway, that's got direction instruction tracking. So you got DIRAM, which stands for direction instruction. That's a technique, and we can call it directed information. You can call it directed something. You can change the words, I don't really care. But what DIRAM is direction short random. He knows what he does. He tracks it. He knows. We can try to get directed symbiotic random access memory. But my master's is on new kind of system. Track consciousness development to present systematic induced trauma. That's your oral seal, guys. Systematic. Oh, I guess you can see my pen, right? 1 second. Let me just try to. Oh, sorry. So basically, I'm gonna try to boot my face. Systematic induced trauma. Stop traumatizing me. I mean, like, I'm not your friend. I put me in institution. Oh, sorry. I gotta clear this now. Now, I'm just gonna leave that. I think it's go next one. Okay. Next. Heart, soul, constitutional framework. OBI, heart or soul. Basically, you got the sole of your feet. SOLE, but that's a rubber sole, because it's not a real soul. Because the soul is the foundation of the constitution. People think the soul is transcendental, but album 2 is going to stand transcend and cycle transcend. Because if you go My Dystopia, album 1, and the cycle repeats, the repression, you go and the cycle continues, and then you go My Utopia, which is just the final album, which is constitutional. I'm singing, dancing, money, everything. But what I'm saying to you, you got the sole of your feet, which is like the rubber sole, but you're meant to be connected to the sole of your feet. The soul, not the soul. Spell this one, SOUL, not the soul. Because that is connected from the charge of the earth, our ecosystem. The soul is the ecosystem that we are around. So the new infrastructure is so gonna preserve the heart, and that's what we're gonna preserve. You, oral seal. Basically, aura means like, what is your aura? My aura is Obi. My heart. But my seal is the foundation, the constitutional framework. You're gonna live there, my ones is really gonna live there and gonna work there. My utopia, and I'm gonna transcend the cycle of oppression and depression. Basically, you got the soul, basically like butterflies on the battlefield, which is a garment going away. If you go to github.com/RT, OBINexus/RT/ARTY, you're gonna find the butterflies on the battlefield representing the Biafrans. Bier means come, Fra means take. Biafran, come taker. And that was a country. That's a country before Nigeria. You got slave colonialism, the triangle model, 1970, colonial war. The UK colonized, go to the Bight of Biafra, took slaves, put it to Brazil, South America, and they make plantation fields for them, and they work there, and the blood, sweat, and tears of a black man, and they put them in Europe, saying, "Oh yeah, we are rich." But you gotta understand, colonialism is not really about black or white. It's not about race, anything. What's colonialism about? I don't want anybody to colonize people. I'm gonna explain it very close to you. It's about power dynamics, power struggles. Because there was a new framework. Everyone had their own governance model. This is how we work. This is how we live. But the exploitation was the colonial power. So this is what the constitution is meant to protect: the most vulnerable people in society. That's why it's a constitution. That's why it's a country. The constitution is literally a place for the most vulnerable to be safe. No hit me, no hurt me, no touch me, fuck off, dog. Fudge, not fuck off. Anyway, so basically, go call colonialism. They take your power, take your land, everything, and say it's your fault. And you forget it over years of time. You say, nah, not my fault. Because we don't know, and they twist everything. That's what colonialism is about. The power dynamics. That's what it is. The dynamic by social dynamics, social friends, interaction. It's about governance. Who has power in the future? Now, Africa is not a third world country, by the way. It's a first world country because it has all the resources. It just has a very poor infrastructure, the foundation. Which is my PhD, if you know. I'm gonna come up to Biafra. Because my oral seal is like my oral seal because my oral seal. The oral seal. The oral seal is like one system feels beautiful, but it's not really that because you got the symbol of the man. Well, at least you can get it now. Maybe I can get it now. No, I don't think. Basically, go to oral seal. But I can't find it now. I can do another video later. But the oral seal is like it should be here somewhere. Basically, I should be able to find it. I should be struggling to find this now. So 1 second, guys. Let me try to find this oral seal. So basically, looking for the image I drew. I can't really find. Oh, it should be on the better side. 1 second, guys. I can't pause this video or anything because I don't want to pause nothing. I forget about it. I should have it here. I can get this. Anyway, maybe another time. I'll show you the oral because I'm in the mood to show you the oral seal basically, but I can't find it. Anyway, so that's the heart of soul, because the soul is the feet, and you got the butterflies on the battlefield. You got the butterflies, you got the battlefield, because the butterflies were the Biafran. The battlefield was the colonialism fighters. They're fighting for their future, for their butterflies. I'm gonna have my Biafran constitution in Newham, Cambridge, Kent, Redbridge, Rainham and Dagenham, because I've been all of them. From Newham I moved to Rainham and Dagenham. From Rainham and Dagenham I moved to where? Barking. From Barking I moved to just on the social care, health and social care. From Barking I moved to Thurrock. From Thurrock I moved to Kent, Massachusetts. From Kent I moved back to where? To Ilford. From Ilford for Kent I moved back to Thurrock. From Thurrock I moved back to where? From Thurrock I moved back to I was homeless. Tonight I was about to end January. Never forget this last time you were homeless. 3 months you didn't care. Now they're gonna be homeless. You're gonna regret it. 3 months you're gonna be homeless, and then I don't care whether they die, okay. And then 3 months I gone from there to Ilford. Now I'm in Ilford. IG50K 15 Isham Way, stupid place. I didn't get a house. Anyway, I'm 24 years old. I'm gonna see some housing problem out. I'm gonna build a nice house for myself. I don't know mansion, nothing. Just nice house. Basically, got the live here, the life of the basement. Two people house, not even one person no more. People are isolated. You're gonna have at least 2 people minimum. You can get a dog, a constitutional pet. Because even like dogs and cats, because they are friends that you can talk to. 2 people, 1 pet. One constitutional pet. You're gonna have an aura. You're gonna take care. You're gonna learn to work with nature. Because you should be scared of nature. You should be scared of nature. It's your foundation. It's your aura. You're gonna work and you're gonna love that because you're gonna be you're gonna take care of it. Okay, everything. So one more thing, the environment clauses. Environment clauses are very important because you get a new foundation. Everything in environment clauses is mitigated. Like food, water, shelter, human rights, free of charge for you guys. Actually, I don't want to give you free of charge. But you're gonna allow free of charge. You're gonna eat 2 meals a day, like me. If you want 3 meals a day, it's not funny. 2 big meals, breakfast and dinner. That's what you're gonna need to eat. No, you can basically I'll have you wrong, but you just keep your time, breakfast and dinner. You don't eat 3 meals, nothing, and gouge down food and tell me that you're fat, you have to leave anything. But the rest is meant to prevent people's human right, the food, water, and the shelter, the 2 houses. That's constitution. So the vertical are very important. Every new foundation, the soul of the food, we're gonna get into the more soul. So we're gonna try to move the variant stuff, the housing stuff, into the variant frameworks, into the variant clauses, especially to the policies, the variant policies, and the variant specification. Everything is invariant because that's the foundation that keeps the soul alive, the heart alive. You guys, the people that are in the constitution. The soul is not the rubber soul, the soul of your feet, but the soul is the foundation that helps you navigate the bound. It can be, oh yes, I'm happy, I'm not feeling angry, I'm not feeling depressed. OBINexus, heart, spot connection. Nexus means connections, heart connections. OBI represents heart or soul. When nexus means connections, we bridge design, soul-centered, with technology hard-driven under constitutional compliance. When system fails, build your own infrastructure. Build your own. Build your own. Iwu plus Oha county synergy. Law serving community. Community upholding law. This bi-directional diagram. The synergy creates constitutional backbone for OBINexus zones. Iwu law Oha community. Natural human fellowship. When you live there, when you're living, when you're in the zone, there's something called runner's high. When you're running and you're on runner's high, people don't know this, but I know this. The runner's high is because you are in this mood, you're in the zone, you're right. You can't make a mistake because your ecosystem. You can run for miles. The work is high because you have nothing to think about. That's the problem. You can win if you go in Mortal Kombat, you can win a flawless victory like 6 times. Because you know the system, you know what you're observing, you know how to navigate that. Iwu law provide legal infrastructure, bring topology, governance, and anti-fragility to distributed authorities. Distributed, decentralized networking, based on node peer-to-peer models. Boss, ring topology, counties, councils, based on ring. This ring is gonna have like names anyway. Because anybody might name, no one's gonna name a stupid name ever in their life. I'm gonna have like people basically anywhere there's a home. 2.5 miles, you're gonna know that's a way to work. 5 miles buffer zone that you can work on safety critical systems. To work in there. And if you have like a problem with them, you chuck it outside, don't do the constitution or anything. No, you could tell me nonsense about that. So you get like so you got like all the road signs, all the house signs. It's gonna make it look like a house. A house is not a home. A house is not a home. A home is not a house. You can stay in a house. You can't call it your home if it's a house. It's just a house. All the houses are boxes today anyway. But my goal is to raise the standard to +1. Public-private housing. If you want private housing, get private sector house. Like ontological Bayesian infrastructure, AI house. And then you get for my PhD. And because you're basically building ontological, meaning how the AI knows its role, the tasks, the do, its stuff. Whether it's a Bayesian, meaning probability inference, like a Bayesian inference, what's the range of probability, or just the probability that something will happen. I prefer the ranges because you can go from 0.4 to activate the AI's tasks to do the tasks correctly. And then you got intelligence, AI intelligence, how small the AI is. And then that's the basically you can have like 2 AI units in your house at all times, at least 2, because that's how if one breaks, you're gonna do the same job, but if one breaks, you got the other to repair the other one because it's fault tolerant. Because they're gonna be 2 separate locations, it's gonna be together. If anybody pour water in it, who's gonna spill it, and it's gonna be sealed everything. It's your house. You can order AI system. You speak to your AI system. Come in. Hey, OB, heart or soul. Can you turn on my lights? Can you turn on my cooker? But you're gonna live at the bottom. You're gonna work. Basically, work at the bottom because that's where everyone's gonna come in. You can come into your shop, your house, you for business if you want to set up a business structure. You're gonna live upstairs if you want, And you're gonna be have a drone delivery system based on GitHub.com/OBINexus DTS. delivery tracing system. You know, they're not gonna deliver your products. You know, they're not gonna come to your door for delivery, nothing. They're not delivering nothing. You know, and people are gonna use the service adequately. Like, you know, I'm gonna come there and deliver the no. Basically, if you don't want to develop well, they're not even meant to come to your compound. Just put it in front of the space there is, the breathing space there is. If they want to wait for you there, they can't even come to your house and knock at it anytime, and don't waste your time. You know, if they want to go to the back door to deliver, they can do that too. You know, no just front door nonsense. You know, because I don't want anybody going ABC around my house as if they're killing me, gonna kill me, make me hallucinate. Anyway, so you go to the front door and the back door. No one should come to the back door. Lock that back door very well, guys. You know, and say I'm use the front door if you wanna front space you wanna do it. So don't waste my time. Ring zone. So this is like the ring zone. It's gonna be pad, but it's like a ring. Basically, go ring one, ring zero. Oh, wow, council. The council is there. The council is there. You go like, you know, ring zero is ring. You have ring council. The council is the center of it. Ring one. Okay, that's the whole council, like the county council, like, you know, the way you can solve your problems to protect the most people. Anybody will ring one. Anybody will ring one goes to ring zero for their problems. Ring two goes to ring one. Ring five, but you everyone to go because, you know, if they have educated work problems, you go up, you know, to the constitution. But, you know, the people that are moderate are ring one. That's how it's meant to work. Life, you work, you live there. You have a life problem, you go to ring zero. You work, you live there. Well, you're ring one, so you're ring one. You breathe, you wanna breathe. Well, stay at ring one, your problem is solved. You know, because you don't have to go to ring zero for anything else apart from anything else. And then you go to ring two. Ring two, you know, you can go around. Ring two, PhD researchers. Remember, 2 years PhD, because, you know, you gotta breathe, you gotta work. Be really living, you gotta be observing everything, that's life. And then you go to ring three, Masters Initiative, 2 zones, you know. Ring four, community center. Hmm. Ring five, private housing. But ring four and five are linked, but, you know, because you can go to and then you go like get houses everywhere where you go in this buffer, and then ring six safety buffer. So you go like a ring four and five, which are the same thing. But, you know, they're not really. If you go private housing, you're gonna pay for that to come to the community centers. You can go to the PhD researchers, but you're gonna be working all of the time. You can work anywhere you want. You know, in the ring, it doesn't say that. You can work anywhere, you can live anywhere, you can work in there. You know, because it's constitution. And then you go raising safety buffer. So basically, ring five is checkpoint two. Second checkpoint, and ring six is checkpoint one. So you go into ring six, you get the housing and everything. And the housing, you get a checkpoint which can put expansion zone. Ring 5 and 6 response, you can expand the service outside. You know, it's about making ring 7, ring 8, etc. For new service, new infrastructure. I want to just make sure to talk because I don't really care about simple councillors, terminals. But that's the goal of the constitution, to protect the most vulnerable. You know, I'm not going to say that again. You know, that's very close now. No tell me nonsense. Next, the three-tier business architecture. Open source. Basically, got tier one. Tier one, right? It's basically three tiers. Tier one provides the foundation, public code, and frameworks for communities to build their own constitutional authorities when traditional governance fails. GitHub.com/OBINexus. If you go to my YouTube shop, you can find the more link. You can find them on social media, my documentation, everything. I'm worried about my YouTube channel, by the way, because the URL code is like the URL encoding is like malformed, and if I try to switch it, I may do it wrong. And if I do it wrong, I'll lose my access to my YouTube channel. That's what I'm worried about. Because I want to change my support at OBINs to OBINexus.org. That's not even uploading recently because, you know, something's wrong with my malformed YouTube channel URL. To sign into my YouTube channel. Because you know frameworks or ring zone topology. Basically got the ring zones. Ring zone one. The ring is like the ring. The zone is like the buffer. So you go like life, work, breath, and you can go bring the life, bring the work, bring the breath, zone the wildlife, zone the works road. New divergence of first design period for community engineering. Transparent access to life first infrastructure model. Transparent, free of charge. Service, the operation, the organization. This is just a schema. Service. Service first. You just get to the service. Basically, this like directional cycling graph page ranking system. You know, like, you know, it gives you the service, but, you know, it's based on a schema model. That's Nexus Search and Polyglot, because it gets you the right schema. Because this is a schema, but this schema is based on dimensions. You know, it's basically gating. but it's gated. So service has a dimension to it, X, Y, Z. Z dimension for like contract services, Y dimension for integration UE models. You can search this up, you can get it. I'm gonna build my website, I'm gonna design it very, gonna go from there, it's gonna come and gonna level your work there. IaaS, infrastructure as a service, pay as you go, OBINexus diagram, constitution. This is just an example. Constitutional conversion, but it's like a directory structure RAM. So basically, you can search for this on it. So basically, search for OBINexus IaaS. You can find the services under infrastructure as a service, and then you get pay as you go. Diagram, you can pay for the RAM. The RAM, if you want to get diagram, support.ticket. Community health support tickets. Go to these links. Just type in, search it up, index is snap. You get that from the registry, from the website. You can even explore the whole constitutional framework on the website if you want it. Uche plus Eze leadership R&D. Tier 3 provides access to advanced research. Like, basically, go tier 1. Okay, basically, you go. Oh no, basically, go tier 1. No. Go back. Oh no. I can't stop now. Okay, I have to keep going. So basically, tier 1, tier 2 is business access. So but they're not really so you go open source, and then you go tier 1 open source. So basically, you got a schema. This is it's like mapping. So you got write it down. So you got a T1 or tier 1, which is called github.com/open OBINexus/open-t1 open-t1. This is just tier 1 model, open source, everything open source. And you get a T1 dot open access and sense, T1 dot business access and sense, and T1 dot Uche and Eze. So you got T1 dot T2. Basically, you got like basically T1, T2, and T3. Open access, biz access, Gucci and Eze. But it's good mapping, bidirectional mapping. You can move from T1 to T2 to T3 based on your OBINexus access credit score. The credit you get from working, living and working at OBINexus. Based on your Aura Seal cryptography system. Let me just see what I can find out later. But I have to finish trying to find it later. Okay, guys. Human-centric development. Okay, next one. Diagram. Directory instruction, random access memory tracks individual conscious state to ensure constitutional protection to prevent system-induced trauma. Stop traumatizing my constitutional friends, Tarek. They won't give you a house. 95.4 chrominutes via Aura Seal verification. Basically, now Aura Seals is a cryptographic algorithm. The aura of a person is a sealed aura, and that's the foundation of that person. For me, it's Uche and Nam's essay. Uche knowledge, Eze, I'm OB, 95.4, witnessing, know everything. They say. Via Aura Seal, I'm not real. I'm real, but via Aura Seal verification, supporting neurodivergent path through residential witnessing protocols. From A0 to agent, that's the coherence operators are invented. Human in the loop and human out the loop bidirectional framework. Seamless structure between human in the loop and human out the loop for optimal governance. Seamless filter. Basically, this is like a OBI AI framework, my model of constitution. Filter, sorting, searching, filtering. To filter like a puzzle thing. Let me stop. So basically, if I had this room and there's a puzzle all over, and I have to solve the puzzle, the filter is like you go like quick filter. It's just basically human condition. The quick filter. The quick filter is like a quick search. I can pick a corner piece. I can find the corner piece. Or just pick it and start placing it everywhere and start finding where to sort it. Carefully. That's OBI. Filter to flash. A flash means storing. Like quick. Based on epistemic cost function. If you go to github.com/OBINexus epistemic code function, how the AI knows its job, like the flash, the storage. So you go like quick flash and quick filter. and go working filter and working flash. And these are bi-directional. So basically, the filtering of a person, of an algorithm, of someone sorting me sorting the puzzle. I try to find a corner piece, I find a corner piece, I put it here. It's about a star. I'm seeing like a building or something. Like like a map of the planetary system, the black hole is center of the Milky Way, and it's a puzzle about that. And then very small pieces. I filter, search, and then find a way to organize it. Then I flash. Now I understand how to sort more. So basically my first flash, rapid flash, just a quick flash. Now I have Enigma, now I sort more. Now I can do this over and over again until I get it 100% right. And know every piece by memory. That's consciousness. Yeah, but consciousness is cognition really. But consciousness just strips away complexity. Then I go here and there. If because you can reuse no energy, I swear it you would. Because that's my solution to ontology Bayesian intelligence architecture. How the AI knows itself. Learning avatars 70 to 30. Review and execute. You guys, any question you have an avatar, tell me your avatar. Who are you? I'm Mr. Obi. You can call other people by their nicknames. But these are constitutional names, your identity, your aura self. What you may called? How do you want people to see you when you work? What do you want to show to the world? That's an avatar. Based on my personal development framework. In contrast to John Carl personal framework. Bridges 50 for 50 balance. Contract sealed. I'm Uche and Eze Namdi. I'm Mr. Obi. Heart and knowledge. I'm in King, leadership and knowledge, or King. I'm in King in Nigeria as well. I'm in Prince of Inewi, but that's the one, and I have to go back to Inewi before I turn 25. But I really don't care because I'll solve that problem later. But I also sold my house because if I turn 25 in Inewi, I won't get I can have to become a king in Inewi because my dad is a king. Housing progress without homelessness. You'll never be homeless in the constitution. Basically, basically, 2.5 miles walking radius and 5 miles maximum for safely critical borders. So that is outside the constitution, you know. But you have to work there because it's like derelict. But you gotta work there to test something that's gonna kill people. And if you die, it's your problem. It's not your problem because it will protect you. Sorry, it's like your problem if you make a big mistake. But I'm saying no, because sorry, I'll protect you guys. I love you guys. I love each and every one of you. That's gonna work in my constitution in the future. I love each and every one of you. So basically, 1 to 3 initial years, 1 to 3 years, 49 years, 10 years membership. So basically, if you get 1 year, you can go to 2 years, and 2 years you get to 4 years, and that's the maximum. And then that's the 1 year plan, and that's like 1 year, 4 year track, 1, 2, 4, and then you go to progression. So you can start at 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years, and that's the 10 to 20 years mark. So 3, 6, 9, 10 to 20. Okay, so basically, this is how it works. So basically, you're gonna have a child there. Just gonna allow children there, because you're gonna be very smart anyway. Gonna be better than anyone that they already don't really know. If they don't know, you're gonna go anyway. And you're gonna learn because you're gonna learn from me. I'll be teaching your kids, everything. So 1 year, 1 plus 2 year to 5 year, 5 year, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 4, sorry. And then the 5 years, because that's the PhD. So you go like if you want to stay here 4 years, you're doing a master. So you go like your SATs paper you do, your GCSE you do, 1, 2, but it's just 2 years, but it doesn't mean anything. 3 years is what? Bachelor. 4 years is masters. Get a master's, get the constitution, build your own stuff. Anyway, 5 years for your PhD. So that is again SATs paper, GCSE paper, and then GCSE, SATs, GCSE, and what? SATs, GCSE, and diploma. Get a diploma, which is like called a DPL. I don't know what that's called, but I know a BSc is a bachelor. So diploma, you just talk about it, the theory. You don't have to. If you're doing diploma in sports, you just talk about the sport. You don't have to kick a ball or make a sport yourself. Now the bachelor, you apply it. You play a sport. You play football. You play rugby. You make your own sport. You apply your knowledge. You kick a ball. You play basketball. Doesn't matter. You find new techniques. Now masters, 2 years in OBINexus, but I don't really want to. Basically, it could be 1 to 3 years, but don't worry about this. I think I have to change this. So basically, 1, 2, 4. So basically, you guys should be given power. So bachelor, if we get doing a bachelor, do a bachelor. Uh, in OBINexus, you should be making it do a master's because that's 2 years already. Your bachelor to master's, right? So 1 year, I'm just trying to work it out. 1 year is what? 1, 2, 4. So bachelor is so basically you got like a bachelor already. That's 2 years. Diploma bachelor. And then 4 years, 3 to 4 years is master. Because you get a master. You guys can get back to masters 1 to 3 years if you want. Don't tell me nothing. And then you get 5 to 3, 6, 9. And then you get to 10 to 20. For people who are and you guys to do business and everything, you can have beer children there and love people and live your good life. You guys don't deserve to be in a room like me. So 10 to 20. So if you stayed for 10 years, you renew your contract for 20 years, you didn't do it over again. You guys are good people. No one should tell me that it was contract for writing stupid email. And then economic and implementation model to the 5 universal contribution divided. All economic activities within contribute to 2.5 universal fund, economic anti-fragility, and reversing the traditional work-life balance. So basically, to the first universal contribution divided. So you're gonna have a housing routine. Basically, use a diagram for it. So basically, got the diagram here. From life to work, for service to life, to membership, to foundation, to prosperity. Gonna respect you. The dividend. So basically, you're gonna be dividend. So basically, you're gonna be divided. I don't really know what I mean by this. Consider preparation from like healthcare preparation, education access, housing guarantee. You guys need to be happy. You guys should not be stressed. Never in your life. The future is now. Build your own. Time is now. The time is now. Build your own and reverse life. Basically, you're gonna have the system 25% universal fund. Because you start with something, you don't get nothing. Okay. Okay. So you got 30 pages basically constitution zone. So you got like basically my understanding of this, you get like 1 acre of land, 1 square acre. That's like 1 acre of land with something miles, everybody. And that's 1 square. That's one person's house. You don't want to talk about it, but you don't want two people. You get 2 people's house. There's no one person house. Unless you're really depressed and you want the one person house, I don't really want to give you that. You can get something else, but for now. But 2 people's house. Why would you deny that? I want to give people like get a two-pet, like 2 pets if you want a house yourself. But I don't trust people with just houses. You know, 'Cause, 30 acres, initial zone, 15 homes max. And then that'll be 900 acres expansion zone. It's gonna be total life, work, breathe. Because 30 acres for $30, 60 life to work to breathe in. You can go to shop, you can go to nightclub. I don't really care. Live good life. Three-phase implementation, demonstration, Cambridge, thorough, and tech sector integration. Basically, sex is meant to work for life. Whether it's social care, housing, design to the sector. Phase 1, 2025 to 2026. Phase 2, 2026 to 2028. And phase 3, 28. Global expansion. This is a three-phase implementation. Very important, guys. So basically, by 2020, by this year, I'm gonna go to Cambridge 2026. I already started my, but 2027 I'm going to finish my masters, my PhD. Uh, Next, from dystopia to healing. Oh my days. Basically, this is my song, my album, from conscious degradation to constitutional healing. The album affliction, the trauma. I'm gonna make this song, and the cycle repeats. Da, 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 da. I got the album on Medium post. You can check Medium, and you go album 2, and the cycle continuation. It's intentional patterns. I know you guys throw. And the cycle transcend. I transcend that. This is just OBINexus. You guys can make songs for you guys. I'm a dangerous man. Put some money in my pocket. Okay. Open sensory framework. So basically, just like a touch, feel, for example, I'm going to divergence. I experience it directly based on K kinematics, inverse kinematics, and K kinematics. Basically, if I touch myself, I feel myself, yes, but that's my senses react to me. My sight, I see stuff, I hear stuff. That's the 5 senses. But the IQ says there are 7 senses because my perception is a 6th sense, and that's like things coming to my zone, the gating XYZ. And then you go like that sense. Z gate is like things I perceive external from me. While the integration of those and the units, how they work at the component level, and that's the 6th sense. There's 5 senses: touch, nose, smell, and the 7th sense is how I perceive the outside world. With that senses, that's why this open sensory framework, open sense, works GitHub.com/open sense, open access, open reach. open, which is very powerful, guys. You know, an open sense. It's a beautiful. But you go like a neurodivergence first, open sense framework. That's framework open access framework for non-neurodivergent people, which is not neurotypical people. Um, market opportunity. We target a market, for instance, not offering failed university town. These people you failed. Basically, Texas tech campus, people cannot work and live in UK. Neurodivergent abandoned by regged. You know, I'm a Gen Z. I want Gen Z people. Don't want people that own nothing. Computing world fail design and technology computer sector. Ring topology, no single point of failure. It's a ring. It's basically the ring model really based on the system of computer acquisition already. But you know the thing about ring topology, you got like the hardware, then you got the software, the firmware. But there's a bridge because the ring around the software is not open to the system. So it's a hardware fault. It's not like a. It's just a root, but one's gonna be more powerful. One's gonna be distributed fault across and everything. You know, I don't want this stupid security ring topology. But that's how the root topology is basically like access patterns. You know, people trying to touch create their own nano config file. I mean, a pseudo config to pseudo touch based on Unix systems. You know, that's what the we have that kind of system to get people's the p password files pass does p pass the pass WD. Call to action: build your own zone. That's the extension zone. I want you guys to have all of that, guys. I don't want no religion. Yeah. No one's meant to be religious. Please, no religion. You know, I want you guys to because you know the problem. This is very close actually. You know, I don't want it to in there because you know I'm not religious. Because when someone has religion, you're gonna say I'm not working because it doesn't meet my faith. And the problem I'm saying is because people don't have religion, just keep praying, and they don't do nothing. You know. So what I'm saying it's kind of hard to me to comprehend religion because there's no proof to it. And you know, it doesn't really I mean prove it, but it's just a way we're gonna live happily and work together. You know, I don't want you guys to be religion in there and praying and everything. You're gonna be working there. You know, it reminds me of Mecca. If anybody had a problem, search up Mecca, and you can tell me whether Islam, the Islam community there, which the constitution is all right, are still harassing people, but they're not. They're peaceful Muslims, yes, because they have their own soul and everything. But you know, I want everyone inclusive. That I don't want discrimination. That's what one religion. If you're gonna pray, can leave the constitution and pray outside the constitution. You know. I don't want you guys to be there for now. You know, because you're with a religion and with a faith. Because you know you gotta be more conservative can kill people. Anyway, let me mix up policy so I can move people from there to out, so I can move people into the own way to work. But I want to know what you guys know about religion because I don't think it will work. Because Mecca is a mess. Anyway, um, zones. The future is constitutional zones. We transform communities to anti-fragility. Communities where humans live completely integrate. Spaces walk to rugged. Basically, SpaceX engineer walk to rockets they're building. Just walk. Just walk to your rockets, man. Hey, I'm building this shit. Hey. Thorough council experience full functional garland. Children grow up stable, protected zone. No one's gonna molest my kid if I'm one kid. I'm polygamous, by the way. I want to marry 2 women. Anyway, that's the African thing. Neurodivergent citizens receive community support. One system first for a big constitutional alternative. The future is OBINexus. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Hello. So basically, it's a heart. Basically, you see my logo? It's a heart, the bent heart. Because I'm bent, not broken. Like this. Like it's like that. And that's what constitution is, But let me try and find the oral seal. Guys, let me try and find the oral seal. 1 second. 1 second, let me find the oral seal. Find the oral seal. Let me find the oral seal. Let's see if we can find it. Maybe I can't. No, guys. Thank you, guys. I can't find my oral seal. But I should okay, let me get a video on it when I find it, okay? Thank you for watching. And have a lovely day. open access is ready. Okay, so open access is ready. GitHub that comes with open dash T1. That's open tier 1. GitHub.com slash OBINexus T dash slash open dash T1. Then you get GitHub.com, to business access. GitHub.com slash OBINexus OACT. I have a bachelor degree in computer science. So I can put it in front of Thorough and install them by email. Because I listened to all of women. Where's my bachelor? Anyway, the website is called OBINexus.org. And you guys should know that any lawsuits go to HTML courts and tribunals online to sue these people. And they can basically they're gonna delay you, they're gonna defer you, and gonna defend their business, or they're gonna delay you, deny you, and defend your business, defer your business. Because if they defend their business, it's gonna delay you. Hey, waste your time. It's your fault. We didn't do A. Deny you, or we don't know anything about it. And defend. Oh, go somewhere else. We're gonna defend our business. We're gonna pay for house. You gotta pay for house or go somewhere else. Delay, deny, defer. Delay, deny, defend. Now, if they defer you, go somewhere else. Defend. It's your fault, and you can go to court. If they defer you or defend their business, don't listen to it. If you fall for one, that's a trap. Let's call it a trap, because you trust entrapment. And this is why environment policies that are there. The environment's there. The environment close to everything. No one should be driving the bus slow if it's a bus service or train service or ontological business train service. Because they just want more money and waste people's time. Those things that just environment policies, environment specification, environment articles, like Health Educate Article 2014, freedom of that's going to be constitutional to articles. Anybody that tried will hear from me directly, because that explained that nonsense too much in my life. Okay. What's the constitution? I'll click them on the constitution straight up. Okay, have a lovely day, and good night. My OBINexus at twitter.com for business inquiries, business acquisition already. I don't want anybody to sue me. Anybody should not sue me. Just open source for now. An open peer review is ready. Can send me a message, open issue, and interact on social media. Thank you and good night. Anything you want to say? No. I'm Mr. OBINexus and I'm D. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.